Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
What if the person who held you together during your darkest hours never once asked for recognition? This isn't a drama script. This is real. Zhao Lusi, brilliant, beloved, bold, broke down in front of fans, and the name she never said spoke louder than words. Wu Lei, their connection is deeper than romance, more powerful than fame. And today, Update X24H takes you into the raw truth behind a bond that's changing everything we thought we knew about love, loyalty, and being there when it matters most. When Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei were first cast together, no one anticipated the emotional tapestry that would quietly begin to form between them. On paper, they were simply co-stars, two talented actors brought together to breathe life into a script. But something deeper stirred beneath the surface. Something that couldn't be rehearsed or directed. From the earliest days of working together, there was an undeniable current, a silent understanding that passed between them in the simplest moments. A shared glance, a comfortable pause, the kind of silence that feels full rather than empty. While many would chalk it up to good acting, those close to the set saw something more intimate growing. Wu Lei wasn't just professional, he was present, fully present. He listened when Zhao Lusi spoke, not just as a colleague, but as someone who truly saw her. During long filming hours, he offered her warmth, literally with his own coat in winter shoots, and emotionally with soft encouragements between takes. He never sought attention, never played the hero. He just showed up again and again with a kind of quiet consistency that rarely exists in an industry often ruled by ego. Zhao Lusi, on her part, opened up in ways that felt instinctive, not forced. Her laughter around Wu Lei was brighter, more unguarded. She leaned into his presence, not in a performative way, but as if she felt safe, seen, and accepted. Their connection wasn't built on dramatic declarations or romantic tension for the camera. It was built on the invisible mutual respect, shared vulnerability, and emotional intuition. This wasn't about love at first sight or fan service moments. It was about finding a human anchor in a chaotic world. In Wu Lei, Zhao Lusi seemed to find stillness. In her, he seemed to find trust. What began as screen chemistry evolved into something much richer. An emotional refuge that neither of them needed to name because it was understood without words. It's the kind of bond you can't fake, and once felt, you never forget. There comes a moment in every public figure's life when the applause fades, the lights dim, and the world falls deafeningly silent. For Zhao Lusi, that moment arrived far too soon and far too harshly. Behind the charming smile and rising fame was a young woman quietly unraveling under the weight of expectation, betrayal, and exhaustion. Illness struck her body, but it was the emotional abandonment from those she trusted that nearly broke her spirit. As her agency turned away, as headlines shifted focus, and as the industry distanced itself from the vulnerability she could no longer hide, Zhao Lusi found herself alone, frighteningly alone. But amidst that silence, there was one voice that remained. Not loud, not demanding, but present. Wu Lei never made public statements, never sought validation for his care. Instead, he became the steady presence in a world that had turned its back. He didn't try to save her in dramatic fashion. He simply stayed. When others avoided the discomfort of her reality, he stepped into it with quiet courage. He showed up at her door without cameras. He brought her simple things: soup, smiles, a familiar voice to ground her. In those late hours, when pain was not performative but personal, he listened. Sometimes that's all she needed. What makes this bond profound is not just that he was there. It's that he never asked to be seen for it. His loyalty was not born from duty, nor was it calculated for admiration. It came from something far more rare, a deep human understanding that sometimes Love is not in grand gestures but in unwavering presence. Zhao Lusi, in her most fragile state, was met not with pity or performance, but with quiet companionship. And that companionship, though unspoken, became her shield. It is in silence that true care reveals itself. Wu Lei didn't try to fix what was broken. He simply sat beside her as she gathered the pieces. In doing so, he redefined what it means to support someone, not as a hero but as a constant. When the world fell silent, he stayed. And in that staying, he said everything. It was meant to be a simple gathering, a quiet moment between Zhao Lusi and her most devoted fans, far from the stage lights and scripted interviews. But what unfolded within that intimate space would ripple far beyond the four walls that held it. When the question was asked, there was a brief pause. "What helped you get through everything?" the moderator inquired gently. Zhao Lusi sat still for a beat too long. Her smile faltered. Her hands clasped tightly in her lap, and for a moment, it seemed as if she might pass the question. But then she spoke. Her voice was soft, fragile, each word weighed down by memory. She didn't name him, not once. Yet, in the way her eyes glistened, in the way her voice cracked as she recalled the solitude and despair of those past months, every person in that room knew exactly who she meant. "There was someone," she said, "who stayed when everything else disappeared. I didn't ask for help. I didn't even know how, but he was there." The room fell into a breathless hush. Time seemed to slow as her truth hung in the air, raw and undressed. Her pain was real, but so was the quiet strength she'd drawn from someone who never demanded recognition for it. There was a moment of silence after she spoke, the kind that lingers not from awkwardness, but reverence. In that silence, something shifted, not only in the way fans perceived her, but in how they understood him. Because to be someone's anchor during a storm you cannot control, to offer steadiness without seeking credit, requires a kind of love that transcends romance. When Zhao Lusi added, barely audible, "He gave me strength when I had none," it was not a confession, it was a revelation, a glimpse into a bond that had shaped her healing. In that moment, the performance ended and the truth began. Not the truth of headlines or speculation, but of two souls who found something sacred in each other's silence. The room may have held applause, but what lingered was something quieter, something far more lasting. The echo of a woman honoring the man who never left her side. Is it love? Maybe, maybe not. What it is real. Real enough that fans across the world, from Seoul to Paris, from LA to Jakarta, are calling it the purest connection in C entertainment. Behind the scenes, staff have shared never-before-seen moments. Wu Lei waiting in the rain after her shoot, just to say, "You did well." Her saving his favorite quote in a handwritten notebook. Them creating a secret playlist, one track at a time, over 11 months. A global wave of emotion. As hashtags like hashtag #JaoLusiWuLei and hashtag Hesti trend globally, one thing becomes clear: people are hungry for something real. Not marketing, not soft launches, but vulnerability, loyalty, presence. This story isn't just about two stars. It's about the friend who shows up when the crowds leave. The quiet fighter who heals you without words. And the truth that love doesn't always need to be loud. It just needs to be there. Reflection and new hope. Zhao Lusi is slowly returning, stronger, clearer. Wu Lei continues his work, ever humble, ever grounded. They might never confirm anything. And perhaps that's the beauty of it. Because what we've seen, in glances, gestures, and moments caught when no one was watching, is enough. Enough to believe in something softer, braver, kinda. And as one fan wrote, maybe they'll never say it, but we've already felt it. And that's more than enough. Call to action, 5 o'clock. If the story touched you even a little, if you've ever hoped to find someone who stays without needing to be asked, then don't forget to subscribe to Update X24H. Because here, we don't just follow drama. We honor the truth beneath it. Thanks for being here, Sparkling Heart. More beautiful, moving stories are coming. You won't want to miss what's next. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe, like, and turn on the bell. Stay close. Stay inspired. This is just the beginning.